Yo, what's going on, guys? Judge here. I'm gonna be making a quick video today, guys, to talk about the law of mass and attractiveness in men. Okay, let's just get right to it. Let me draw figure one. Guys, this is gonna be a little masterclass on how to pull Stacy's and Mad Rocket Huzz, because we don't want Chuzz, so, we're gonna be teaching you guys how to get Mad Rockets all the time. So, this is our boy Stan. Stan, he, obviously, as you can tell, he's trying to be cool with his little backwards hat, right? Not working out too well, right? He's wearing a Yankees hat. Whatever, however the fuck. I don't even know. Get the Yankees hat here. Stan is cool, right? Stan is smiling, Stan is happy, and Stan has nothing to worry about. But here's the problem, guys. Look where this arrow's pointing right here. Stan has no muscles on his arm, right? Okay, let's draw Stacy here. This is Stacy, okay? Stacy is also happy, as can be. And Stacy over here is what the gentleman her age would consider a 10. She is what we would call a rocket. She is in the category of rocket huzz. So, this is Stacy. And you guys know that larger planets and larger objects in outer space have more gravity associated with them. So, we know that Earth has a gravitational pull greater than the moon. So the moon is orbiting around the Earth. See, if the moon wasn't moving, if the moon didn't have any inertia, the moon would just fall right into the Earth because it has greater mass. Alright, this is Steven. Here's Steven over here. If you couldn't tell, guys, by looking at him, Steven has a lot more mass than Stan does, okay? Stacy over here is a blonde rocket huzz, okay? And blonde rocket huzz are usually attracted to greater mass. This is just the law of mass in attractiveness, okay? So, Steven over here is 200 lean. Stan over here is 100 pounds, okay? And if Stacy looked at Stan, she probably couldn't even see him if he turned sideways. So, this guy's mass is a lot larger. He has a lot more gravity, okay? The sun has a lot more gravity, a lot more gravitational pull than the Earth has, which is why we're orbiting around the sun. There's always a bigger fish, guys. So Stacy is going to be more attracted to Steven. Stacy is going to want to flock to Steven. But here's the dealio. This applies to everything, okay? It doesn't matter how many Stacys there are, bro. The reason why there's a male loneliness epidemic is because Stan over here doesn't know how to utilize the law of mass and attractiveness. So it doesn't matter how many Stacys there are. Stan might think, okay, there's one Steven, and there's a bunch of people like me. There has to be women for all of us. Well, that's actually wrong. And Steven will conquer all of these women and breed with all of these women if he has to, because he is simply better and more advantageous. He is the more advantageous creature and more advantageous being. He gets to fearlessly clap his cheeks in front of his predators, while Stan is being a small fry, constantly scared all the time of frowny face in there, of what is out there in the world, because he can't pull Stacy's. He's low test. Okay, let me just show you guys what happens. Stan, dude, put down the beer, pick up the test. This is test. Test 500, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Test 500 right here. Stan needs less of this bush light that he has in this hand and more test 500. Let's see what happens when we give Stan test 500. What happens when we give Stan test 500? Alright, guys, so this is the finished result. This is what happens when you give Stan this little twink from earlier. Look at how unhappy he is. See the frown on his face? So Stan wants to be able to attract Stacy. How do you do that? Steven's a pretty big guy, right? Steven's pretty big. He has more mass. 200 lean. Stacy over here is attracted to more mass. That's a law of mass. Okay? That's the law of mass and attractiveness. Stan's like, how the hell am I supposed to pull Stacy? I'm 100 pounds. I'm a little twink, a little soy boy. Come over here. This is what we have instead when you give Stan the good old test. Struggling all his life, being a victim to his bad genetics, being a victim to the law of mass, not able to pull Mad Stacy Huzz. All you do is take some tests, and look at this man. Look at how he leveled up. Thicker, healthier hair. Facial hair grew. He has testosterone now, so he's growing hair in all the areas he needs to. His muscles are a lot larger. He's 220 lean. Striations in the chest. fucking abs, serratus anterior locked in, obliques locked in. Here's the deal. He's not fat, right? The law of mass doesn't apply to fat losers. So, we have Stan, right? Go from this 100-pound twink to this 220-pound absolute stallion. So instead of Stan, they call him Stan the Stallion. Stan the Stallion. And what does that mean for Stan? So the huzz realize who has more mass and who's the alpha dog in the equation. So the huzz look at Stan, who made the most awesome transformation. Infinite huzz will flock to Stan, now that he looks like this. So guys, hopefully you appreciated my lesson. Basically, if you're struggling, get on some test, get bigger, get better huzz, look smash with better huzz, make your life better when you're pulling mad huzz like Steven here. So, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. JJ out.